Welcome to my NFL Divisional Round Picks video. I invite you to please play along and share your picks in the comments section. In the wild card round, I went 4-2 straight up and against the spread. Let's see how this week goes. We start off with a week 1 reboot as the Texans travel to Baltimore to play the Ravens. Baltimore is a 9.5 point favorite and over-under is 45.5. In week 1, CJ Stroud actually outplayed Lamar Jackson, but the Ravens D stuffed a run while running for 110 yards and 3 touchdowns themselves. In order for the Texans to hold the upset, Stroud will need some help on the ground. Baltimore has the NFL's top defense in terms of points allowed, but if the Ravens D does have a soft spot, it is in the running game. The Ravens allowed 4.5 yards a carry, which ranked 25th in the NFL during the regular season. Unfortunately for the Texans, this is not a strength of this team. The Texans ran for 1,647 yards during the regular season, which ranked 22nd, and their 3.7 yards per carry was 29th in the NFL. Even in a blowout win versus the Browns, the Texans struggled to run the ball, getting only 76 yards in the wild card victory. On the flip side, the Texans' run defense is among the NFL's best. They were 6 yards allowed during regular season and second in yards per carry, allowing only 3.5 yards per carry. In the win against Cleveland, they did a fantastic job, allowing only 56 yards rushing against the Browns. That is key because the Baltimore Ravens love to run the ball and had the NFL's top rushing attack, but you probably already knew that. The key to this game is, can the Texans run the ball effectively enough to stop the Ravens defense, who led the NFL in both points allowed and sacks, which will prevent them from teeing off on CJ Stroud, because week 1 he was sacked 5 times. The answer is no. A well-rested Ravens team will pressure Stroud, and Lamar Jackson will improve on its week 1 performance. I like Baltimore here, but the Texans cover. I got Ravens 27, Texans 20. In a recent scientific study, it was proven that men who subscribe to Dan Talks Football are over 269% larger where it counts. Do you have a small Jimmy? Not anymore! Hit that subscribe button and get big! Now back to the picks. Next up, we have the Packers traveling to San Fran to play the Niners. San Francisco is a massive 10-point favorite and over-under is 49.5. These two coaches know each other well. When Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator for Atlanta, his quarterback's coach was LaFleur. Fun fact, the head coach in Atlanta at the time was Dan Quinn, who is the Cowboys' current defensive coordinator, at least for now. Both teams run similar schemes, but San Francisco is more of a run-based team. They don't pass often. In fact, they were 32nd in pass attempts, but 4th in passing yards during the regular season, while Green Bay was 15th in passing attempts and 22nd in rushing attempts. Can Green Bay slow down a familiar scheme? During the regular season, they struggled against the run, giving up the 28th most rushing yards with a 4.4 yards per carry, which ranked 23rd. It's hard to be critical in a big playoff win on the road, but Dallas did move the ball against the Packers defense. The key to this game is turnovers. Green Bay, when winning the turnover battle, is 5-1 during the regular season and had no turnovers versus Dallas, while forcing 2 Dak Prescott interceptions. San Francisco in 5 losses gave up 13 turnovers, while in 12 wins only gave up 3. The issue is Green Bay had only 7 interceptions and 10 forced fumbles during the regular season. If Green Bay doesn't create turnovers, they are not going to win this game. The bye week is a massive advantage for San Francisco, a team that's biggest weakness is just quality depth. I really want to pick an upset here, and I do think it's close for a while, but San Francisco is just too good. I got Niners 34, Packers 20. Next up, Detroit had so much fun hosting a playoff game, they decided to do it again. This time, Tampa comes to Detroit to play the Lions. Detroit is a 6-point favorite and over-under is 48.5. These two teams played week 6 in Tampa and Detroit won 20-6. Some things stand out in this game. Neither team could run the ball, but Goff played well, Baker didn't. Jahmyr Gibbs, the Lions standout rookie running back, did not play in this game. When Tampa does run the ball well and they go over 100 yards rushing, they are 5-1, 6-1 if you include the win last week against the Eagles in the playoffs where they went for 119 on the ground. Detroit's defense gives up points and yards, but not on the ground. Detroit's run defense is excellent. They are second in yards allowed and third in yards per carry, only allowing 3.7 yards per rush. Detroit only allowed 100 yards rushing 5 times during the regular season and are 2-3 in those games. If Tampa wants to pull the upset, they must establish the run. I do believe Baker will play better than he did in week 6 and have some success through the air, but not enough. Detroit, you are going to the NFC Championship game. I got Lions 34, Bucks 20. The NFL saved the best for last as the Chiefs play the Bills in the playoffs again. This time it's in Buffalo. The Bills are a 2.5 point favorite and over-under is 46.5. Since 2020, the Chiefs and Bills have played 7 times. If the Bills would have beaten the Bengals in last year's playoffs, they would have played in Kansas City again last year. Thanks to the NFL loving the Chiefs, all 7 of these games have been in the friendly confines of Arrowhead Stadium. In fact, Patrick Mahomes has never played a game in Buffalo, and this will be his first ever road playoff game. While the Bills have had regular season success versus the Chiefs, winning the last 3 regular season games, they haven't been able to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. However, this Chiefs team is different. Last year, the Chiefs had the NFL's highest scoring offense, averaging 29.2 points a game. This year, it's ranked 15th at only 21.8. Josh Allen is playing his best football, including a perfect game against the Steelers with no turnovers, 3 passing touchdowns, and a 52-yard rushing touchdown that will be remembered forever. This is the perfect storm for the Bills to finally overcome the Chiefs. There are some issues for the Bills. First off, they did not escape this game unscathed. Multiple Bills players went down against the Steelers, and several of those starters are questionable Sunday night against the Chiefs. Against Miami, the Chiefs only had 2 players go down. Both are not full-time starters, and both are likely to play against the Bills. Kansas City also gets 2 additional days rest thanks to the NFL postponing the game against the Steelers. While the Chiefs' offense is down, the defense isn't. This is easily the best defense Andy Reid has ever seen in Kansas City. The Chiefs are only behind Baltimore in points allowed and sacks, and defense travels well in the playoffs. With the 2 days extra rest and the slew of Bills injuries, I give the advantage to Kansas City in this one. In another playoff classic, I got Chiefs 27, Bills 25. Don't forget, I go live every Tuesday and Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. On the live stream, all questions are answered and anything goes. Please share your divisional round picks in the comments, and I can't wait to see you again.